It is Friday the 13th, May 13th at 4:58 p.m. Eastern Time in the year 2022. This is my video journal. I'm Mitch Miller, and this is a courtesy call to all elected officials in the United States of America. But first, I want to reiterate some of the things I said yesterday about corporate welfare. I want to get people off welfare, but I think the best way to do that is to start with executives. We need to get corporations off welfare. They should not be getting federal government subsidies or tax breaks. Okay? You have to start at the top and get them off welfare. The government seeds money to these corporations. They give the tax breaks. They give the subsidies so that a corporation in an industry that is needed for the public gets started. Or a corporation diversifies into an area that is needed by the citizens of the United States. That subsidy, that tax break is just meant to get the corporation, the company, on its feet. Then it's supposed to model its business plan for successful business under capitalism. So just like we say Social Security or welfare is to help get people on their feet, it's not a permanent thing. Same as can be said about corporate welfare. And these companies that rely on it for 5, 10, 15 years, they're failures. Those companies are failures. Their business model doesn't work. Their business plan does not work under capitalism. They are reliant on federal subsidies, on taxpayer money to survive. Those businesses should fail, and someone that knows how to actually run a business should be taking their place. There's plenty of young people my age that know how to run a business instead of the old cronies and their backroom deals getting these subsidies to keep their executive positions afloat. So, that's the thing. It's just meant to be used for 1, 2, 3, 4 years to get the company up and running in the field that needed to be provided to the public. These subsidies, these tax incentives, these tax breaks are not meant to be permanent. They're not supposed to be going on for 10 years like in the energy industry. And so it's simple. If they are, then you have to structure your pay like the government. These executives should not be getting paid millions of dollars when they take taxpayer handouts to keep their companies afloat. It's that simple. So that's just a reiteration on that point. Now the public service announcement, or the announcement for the all elected officials. 2022 is an election year. I'm going to work on my traffic magnet business as I'm going to found a nonprofit. I would also like to found a nonprofit for the Periscope voting platform. It's detailed on my MitchForMayor.com website. Now, as I said, I'm going to run for President of the United States. I'm going to wait until after the midterm elections, the 2022 elections, after November, to announce this. So President Biden has until the midterms to nominate me as chairman of the FCC, which is a position that I would like to hold. So the politicians up for election this year in 2022 could fund Periscope. They could take some of their their chest of campaign money, give some of it to me so I could get out of the embroidery shop and facilitate a website that simply has Senator so-and-so running for re-election 2022, sponsor. Until I can raise enough money, so it might be $1,000, $2,000 out of your campaign funds. You get an advertisement on the internet, open internet, until I can raise enough money to hire a tech person, a computer science person, to begin this platform. So you can quietly fund me through your campaign funds. Now, the purpose of running for President of the United States after the election in November is to raise funds to start the Periscope platform. All campaign funds will go towards building the Periscope platform. So all elected officials that are up for re-election in 2024 could contribute to the Periscope platform from their campaign funds. Now, you can also fund me by buying a piece of my art, a painting, a photograph, and I'll use some of that money to build the Periscope platform. So you can quietly fund me and go down in history, on the right side of history, for 2022. Once you're elected, you can say, well, I did advertise on this man's website for the Periscope platform. The big noise and ruckus will start in the year 2023 with the 2-year run-up to the presidential election. And the purpose of running for president is not necessarily to actually be president, even though I can do the things with the Postal Service, the FCC, the Secretary of the Treasury, everything I've proposed. And I'll have a mandate to do that if I get elected. I don't expect to actually win it, but I expect to raise the money to bring transparency to elected officials through the Periscope platform. Now, you may say that the Periscope platform won't work. We don't trust the voters to vote on every major decision. They're stupid. They're radicalized. We don't think they're ready to have this system of government. And the old republic-style system of government will remain in place forever. This is just getting a more direct line to what the voters want, because they're voting on every topic. You may say some people would probably say they're too dumb to vote. A bunch of educated people would probably say that. That's fine. That's why I said I wanted to be chairman of the FCC, because it's the information they get. It's the news sources that they get. It's the media that affects how people are going to vote. So maybe we're not ready for this system. That's, if you don't think I think we are, but at the FCC, we can have the accreditation system to have fact-based news. News based on facts. So that would change the face of media so that people are getting fact-based information and would be able to make a better, more informed vote. So I think the system is broken. The media system is broken. It's based off of profit. It's based off of ratings. It's a horrible system. And the only way to clean that up is that the FCC has me as chairman, or me as President of the United States, making sure that the FCC adopts my policies. But I've tried to reach out to Ivy League colleges about the Alma Voter voting platform. I haven't received anything from them. So it's time to revert back to Periscope. It's changing strategy a little bit, but that's the presidential election, is to raise funds for the Periscope. And then once in office, if I am elected, I can see to the FCC. But President Biden could nominate me to the FCC right now to adopt these policies to change the face of the media so that we don't have a bunch of radical right-wing and left-wing idiots trying to blow up the Capitol and riot in the streets and all kinds of stuff. We can get to fact-based news sources and voting to fine news agencies that don't report the facts or that report things that aren't fact-based. That's the best course of action. But you have until the midterms, and then I'll announce that I'm running for President of the United States. Probably on my podcast and on the Mitch for Mayor website. And I'll close with the fire walk. I said I wasn't going to video my fire walk on Sunday, but I probably will record one lap of the fire walk, show the candles and the music for all you Pi Lambda Phi fraternity alumni out there that want to join me in a fire walk at about 9 p.m. on Sunday Eastern Time. Look forward to carrying on the tradition. Thanks for watching, and join me tomorrow probably when I come up with something else to say.